All right, so today we're going to look at two different ways to pass the deep half guard. We're going to look at like a super basic, easy way, and then we're going to look at a slightly more advanced way to get ourselves past this position. So to start with, what we're going to look to do is reverse the position. The position that Richard has here is the leg that he's kind of like controlling or attacking. He's got that out straight, and I'm basing on this leg here. What I want to try to do for this first one is I'm aiming to try to get this knee to the floor and lift this foot up. As I try to make that transition though, one of the things that he's going to try to do is he's going to try to eat up that leg with this leg. So if I try to make the transition, like I don't want basically my knee to be ending up on the floor in the middle of his legs. I want my knee to be ending up on this side. So I'm going to use my top hand, I'm going to push onto this bottom leg, I'm going to drive and push this knee to the floor, and as that knee goes to the floor, I'm going to lift this leg up here. So this back arm usually is either going to be controlling this leg, or it's going to be controlling the belt or the back of the trousers. What I need to get is some sort of underhook on this. If he's got the back of the belt or back of the trousers, we're going to take this hand, we're going to put it through the underhook, reach as deep as we possibly can onto the gi, grab hold of some gi, and we're going to lift and just make sure that my partner can't go flat. So I'm going to keep his body up off the floor. If he's controlling this hip, this leg, then I'm going to take my arm and I'm going to scoop under the elbow. I'm going to do the same thing. Grab hold of the back of the gi and just pull and make sure my partner can't go flat to the floor. Really important that I don't allow him to get the underhook on this arm, so I need to keep this elbow nice and close. If I'm flaring the arm at all, then he can get the underhook. So we want to make sure that we stay underneath the elbow, pick it up, no matter which grip he's got. Another thing that I need to watch out for here is him being able to come up onto this elbow, because I've made this leg light. If he can come up onto that elbow, then he has chances to be able to get up and be able to make a sweep happen. So if I feel like he's starting to come up onto that elbow, I need to deal with it. I need to reach down, I need to take that arm up off the floor. Now when we're ready, our goal is to try to get this leg over the top of the head. He's going to try to block that because he knows he's going to be in trouble if I do. So we're going to use the hand, just a nice palm strike to the head. Depending on how much you like him, depends on how hard we're going to hit. So we're going to push down, and as we push down, we're going to step the leg up over the top. Now we're going to slide. You see how I'm like keeping his body up off the ground, staying on that underhook, drop down nice and tight. Now he's still got a little bit of a grip on this back leg. All we're going to do is we're just going to bring this leg through, scissor the legs out, flatten through, and end up in our side control position. All good?
Yeah.
Nothing less. All those extra burgers at the concert on Friday, that is. Bit of extra pressure. Right, so he's got his deep half guard position. This one's either controlling the front hip, he's controlling the belt, or he's controlling this hip here. So first thing I need to do is switch my base. Pushing on this bottom leg so we can't eat up this leg. As I drop this knee, I'm going to lift this back leg up. This arm, depending on where it is, we need to get the underhook. So I'm going to scoop up the elbow, keeping my arm nice and tight to my body, grip the gi, and start to lift his body up off the floor. Palm to the face, step over. Now as we start to like slide our hips down his belly, we can go deeper in for the underhook. When we're ready, we're going to take the legs, scissor the legs, nice cross face, heavy through for the side control. So one more time. Here. Push on the bottom leg, drive the knee down, pick this leg up. Scoop for the underhook, reach and grab, start to lift. He's going to want, if he starts doing this, take his arm up off the floor. Palm to the face. That was a good one, right?
That was harder than the first.
Step over, slide your hips down the belly, and then we're going to scissor the legs through the side control. Nothing else, just the palm, right?
Yeah.
Just the palm. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Our first one that we did is definitely a go-to, nice and simple, one that we can all understand. This next one, like, again, setting it up is pretty simple, but it looks kind of advanced at the end, because instead of looking to pass the guard this time, we're going to look for a back take instead, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our top hand and we're going to reach down. We're going to go as deep as we can and grip the back of the trousers. So go right down as low to the hips as you can. We don't want to be like high on the hips. We want to reach down and grab as low as we can on the hips. And we're looking to basically force him in the direction that he kind of wanted to be anyway. But we're just nullifying those hips by lifting the hips up off the ground. You can take this top hand and you can base, lift, and then what we're looking to do is step up to this foot. Keep hold of this grip that you've got, and then we're gonna look to turn in and grab hold of the trousers. Just as low as you can, but obviously legal, not going inside the trousers. Just make the grip here. We are then gonna sit and basically fall onto our right hip. And we're gonna use this leg, the free leg that we stepped over the head with, to bring it in behind his hamstring and kick his leg straight. So we get into this position here. Now, look at my bottom leg here. I'm gonna lift the foot up and I'm gonna put my twister hook in and kick out straight. So it makes it difficult for him to be able to turn. We're gonna go underneath the shoulder. We're gonna clasp the hands. We're gonna put our elbow in underneath the head. So if he wants to turn away from me now, I've got good control of the upper body. If he wants to turn in towards me, I've got good control of the lower body. Now, when I'm ready, I'm gonna take this arm through. I'm gonna go into my seatbelt grip. If we were looking for the 4 points, we just bring the leg up over the top and we've got our 2 hooks in for the 4 points. But realistically, for back control, this is not the best position. Super easy for Richard just to get rid of that bottom hook and start turning his hips back to the floor. So the position that we want to try to get is either like this body triangle position, foot on the top, or underneath the top leg with your legs crossed in nice and tight so we have a good control of the hips. Once you've got that in nice and tight, up to you if you want to add anything extra. If you want to start like opening, getting some chokes involved, coming up to your elbow. Make sure you've got good control of the hips and then start to drag this out with the control of the bottom one as well. Your choice if you add extra chokes onto the end. It's the back take that I'm really interested in you trying to hit. All right, so from this position, we're gonna reach, grab as low as we can on the hips, start to lift the hips forwards. Base the hand so it makes our legs nice and light, and we come up to our foot. We don't want to bring that foot in so it's accessible for him. We're going to keep it out nice and wide, reach down, right. Then we're going to just sit and fall to our right hip. Use the shin to push him away. That shin that we use to push him away, you see how I've got this hook on the ankle? We're going to lift and we're going to put the twister hook in. Once you've got the twister hook in, we're going to straighten and we're looking to control his spin so he's not able to turn himself. Make the control, push your elbow into the back of his head. If he tries to rotate or disappear anywhere, great control. In for the seatbelt, in for the 4 points. However, you want to look to control the back from here is your choice. So one more time. Reach back, grab hold of the top of the trousers. Lean yourself forwards, you can face on your hand. Step up, grab the trousers, fall down to your hip, kick your partner away, find the twister hook, find the upper body control, seatbelt, 4 points, winning gold. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.